Good evening, students. I am Mrs. Parvati, PGT Physics, Holy Hearts Educational Academy, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Again, in the last episode, we have studied about the introduction of current, how it flows and all. So, this class we would like to discuss about Ohm's law. Already we have defined, in detail we will study. What is Ohm's law? When physical conditions like pressure and temperature are kept constant, the potential difference between 2 points of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through the conductor. Right? And also we have defined V is equal to IR, R is equal to V by I, where R is resistance, electrical resistance. It is the property of the conductor which opposes the flow of charge, flow of current. And it depends on what factors and all. Let us study. On what factors here, and the SI unit of resistance is ohm. 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere. The dimensional formula for resistance is, see here, what is resistance? Volt upon ampere. What is volt? W by Q, work done per unit charge, that is called volt, potential upon ampere A. That is W by, that is W, ml square T raised to minus 2 upon AT Q into A. So the dimensional formula is ml square A raised to minus 2 T raised to minus 3. That is the dimensional formula of resistance, electrical resistance. The resistance of a conductor depends on what factors? We have already studied in our 10th class. Once again, let us recall. It is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section of the conductor. And also it depends on the nature of the material. Also it is directly proportional to the temperature. Out of these 4 points, what are they? Number 1, directly proportional to length. Number 2, inversely proportional to area. These 2 are depending on dimensions. The other 2 are, that is, the third one is nature and the fourth one is temperature. The first 2, if you consider the dimensions, R is proportional to L, R is proportional to A, R is equal to some constant rho into L by A, where rho is called specific resistance or resistivity of the conductor. Right? What is resistivity? It is nothing but resistance offered by a conductor per unit length, per unit area of cross section. So rho is equal to RA by L. Rho is called resistivity or specific resistance, and it is called resistivity. Resistance per unit length, per unit area of cross section here. The SI unit is here ohm into meter. Dimensional formula for resistivity is M L raised to 3, A raised to minus 2, T raised to minus 3. This is the dimensional formula. What is the formula for resistivity? Rho is equal to RA by L. It's clear? Rho is equal to RA by L here. Okay. Now, if you study very carefully, R is equal to V by I. What is V? What is V? V is equal to E into L. Don't forget what we have studied already. E into L. R is equal to V by I. Right? And R, what is R? Rho L by A is equal to E L by I. L and L gets cancelled. So what is left here? What is left here? What is left here? I by A, bring this I to the left side. I by A is equal to what here? E by rho. E by rho. What is 1 by rho called? Conductivity. 1 by rho is called conductivity. That is sigma. And E is their electric field intensity, what we have applied, where we have applied also to flow the current here. And you know, the another term we are going to introduce, current density. What is current density? It is current flowing through the conductor per unit area of cross section is called current density. I would like to repeat once again, what is current density? Current flowing through a conductor per unit area of cross section. That is symbol is J. J is equal to sigma E. What is sigma? Sigma is the conductivity of the material, conductor, and E is electric field applied here. Okay, so in this class, let us find out the relation between the current density and E. Okay, again we are going to do it in detail here. So you see, R is equal to rho L by A. R is equal to rho L by A. R is equal to V by I, that is rho L by A is equal to V is equal to EL by I, L and L gets cancelled, I by A is equal to what here? E by rho. That is I by A means J, sigma, current density, and 1 by rho is called sigma, and E is electric field intensity. And the unit of current density is what here? Ampere per meter square. It's clear? Okay, 1 by rho is called sigma, that is conductivity. Unit is mho into meter inverse. Mho into meter inverse. It's clear? Okay. Now, let us move to the, on what factors the resistivity depends. On what factors the resistivity depends? Resistivity depends on the nature of the material and also temperature. So, for example, copper, iron, aluminium, different number of free electrons more or less. So, it depends on that nature of the material and also it depends on temperature. The resistivity is directly proportional to temperature. How it is possible, we will discuss after 2 episodes, right? Okay. Now, let us start a very important topic which definitely every year it comes in the board examination, that is drift velocity. Drift velocity of free electrons. What is drift velocity? Drifting, moving, shifting. Drift velocity of electrons here. When you take a conductor, I told you, the electrons are moving in a zigzag way with different velocities. The average velocity of all electrons under the absence of electric field is 0. And every electron is moving with its own velocity, u1, u2, u3 and so on. So in the absence of electric field, all these initial velocities of electrons u1, u2, u3, u1 plus u2 plus u3 and so on divided by n is equal to 0. Right? But when you connect this conductor to an electric field, how can you apply the electric field? By connecting a cell or battery to the edges of the conductor. These electrons starts drifting, moving with its own velocities v1, v2, v3 final velocities towards the positive terminal of the battery. Isn't it? These final velocities v1, v2, v3, average of all these final velocities under the influence of electric field in a conductor moving towards the positive terminal of the battery is called drift velocity. Let us define drift velocity. The average velocity of all free electrons which are drifting, shifting towards the positive terminal of the battery under the influence of electric field is called drift velocity. Mathematically, we can say that Vd, V suffix d is the drift velocity is equal to V1 plus V2 and so on Vn upon n. That is only the formula for drift velocity. Let us find out what is the expression for drift velocity here. So, for that, let us take a conductor. We have connected to a cell or battery. Electrons are moving towards this positive terminal of the battery. Current is flowing from electrons are current is flowing from positive to negative. Electrons are moving from negative to positive here. And just now we have defined drift velocity definition here. We know drift velocity is equal to V1 plus V2 and so on, Vn upon n. But you know what is V1? U1 plus A tau 1. What is A? Accelerated. How the electrons are accelerated, increasing their velocity, because of where does this acceleration arises? From the cell what we are applying. Here we know that the electrical force F is equal to E. Electron is experiencing the electrostatic force, that is F is equal to E and F is equal to ma. So acceleration provided by all electrons will remain same. Don't get confused. A1, A2, A3 we don't write. Why? Because A is constant. How A is constant? A is provided by the cell. Here we are connecting only one cell. So acceleration provided by each electron is same here. That is why we are writing A only here. Got it? So we know the first equation of motion. V1 is equal to U1 plus A tau 1. V2 is equal to U2 plus A tau 2 and so on. So let us substitute all the values here. We have substituted. Then you separate U1, U2, U3 and so on upon N plus A into tau 1 plus tau 2 and so on tau 1 upon N here. Right? But this value is 0. This value is 0. So 0 plus A tau. What is A? E by M. What is negative sign here? Minus sign. The drift velocity Vd is equal to minus E by M. The negative sign shows that E and that is capital E and acceleration. E and Vd are what here? Opposite direction. That is the reason here. So what is the formula for drift velocity? It is nothing but E by M into tau. What is tau? Tau is called average relaxation time. It is given by tau 1 plus tau 2 and so on upon N. So what is the relaxation time meaning? The average relaxation time is defined as it is a time taken by the two successive electrons to collide with each other when they are moving towards the positive terminal. Two successive collision. Average time taken by the electron to occur two successive collisions between them. That is called relaxation time. Relaxation time depends on what factor? It depends on nature, of course, and also temperature. It depends on temperature here. Okay, children? So, what is the drift velocity formula? Vd is equal to E upon M into tau. What is tau? Relaxation time. What is relaxation time? The time taken by the electron to occur the two successive collisions is called relaxation time. It depends on the temperature as well as the nature. In next class, the rest of the lesson we will do it, children. See you. Bye bye.